Hello folks, it's going to take a while to finish my 2-week Quetico canoe trip video. So, here's a taste of the incredible smallmouth bass fishing action we experienced on Bentpine Lake. Having spent most of my fishing career chasing walleye, lake trout, and pike, I've never targeted bass before, only catching them on occasion by accident. To be fair, the areas I've fished are usually much further north with very few bass available. While shopping for lures for our Quetico adventure, I remembered my brother telling me they caught bass and decided to try some topwater lures just for fun, never expecting them to work as well as advertised. Boy, was I about to be proven wrong.
There we go, little bass. Man, Jean Lake really does have it all. Walleye, Lakers, pike, bass.
It all started already on our 4th day back on Jean Lake, which was loaded with every species of fish from lake trout to pike to walleye and bass.
Everything in Jean. Now I have a pike and my third species along this shore. Nice chunky walleye. Look at the size of these things. Nice. Just offshore at Camp in Jean. First cast with this thing. These bass just go nuts for these jitterbugs.
That evening, I decided to try a G600 frog white-bellied jitterbug after first catching a few bass on jigs while targeting walleye off camp.
This guy. So much fun, topwater lure.
I only had a few seconds after my very first cast with the lure to admire its strange retrieval behavior as it delicately plop, plop, plopped its way from side to side, audibly forming small bubbles as it wiggled across the smooth surface of the lake. Then, bam! Holy crap! It both scared and delighted me as a smallmouth bass absolutely destroyed the poor little thing. Thinking it must be a fluke, I threw the lure out again. Plop, 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 bam! This was just pure fishing fun. I hadn't had this much fun fishing in years, honestly. I kept at it for at least an hour, hauling in more bass than should have been possible from a pretty small rocky area off camp. The next day, we traveled 20 kilometers from Jean Lake through Burnside and Clare Lakes before setting up camp at a deluxe site at the east end of Bentpine, hoping for a nice afternoon and evening and planning a well-deserved rest day after 6 days of constant travel through the gorgeous park. Things started to seriously pick up on the evening of June 5th, when we went out for a spot of evening fishing after an afternoon resting at camp. I decided to try the jitterbug again while Hun cast a Len Thompson lure. Plop, 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 bam! Okay, this is good. Next cast. Plop, 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 bam! Okay, this is really good. Next cast. Plop, 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 bam! What the heck? The next few hours were some of the most insane action I've had in over 40 years of fishing. We only managed to work our way around one small bay near camp, and as long as we cast right into shore from the boat, we triggered very aggressive bites on topwater lures almost instantly after starting retrieval.
Oh, yeah. You got one too? Double hookup. Oh.
No.
There we go. Yeah, this is a good size. Oh. Oh yeah! Perfect. Perfect. In the air.
I thought it was
Double hookup of bass on Bentpine. Bring yours up. We've lost count. It's insane. It's actually getting a little stupid at this point. Every cast. Another double hookup. This is about 20 seconds after the last one. Yeah, I know, our fish are.
Thankfully, Quetico was all barbless hooks, making the releases much easier on both us and the fish. But with 6 extremely sharp and small hooks, the jitterbug removal was a delicate process. I often ended up wetter than the fish. And yes, Hanneke doesn't remove her own. This is a service I do for her in order to entice her to take 2 precious weeks off and spend it in the bush with me. Hashtag worth it. After catching dozens of bass, we returned to camp, buzzing with excitement and really looking forward to the next day. The next day dawned smoky and absolutely dead calm after a more unsettled previous day. After chilling at camp for a while, we headed out for some more bass action, half expecting things to be less ideal than the previous evening. Due to time of day and plain old fishing luck, things quickly go from hot to cold with fishing. Hanneke decided to try the tried and true frog jitterbug on her rod, while I decided to try the more aggressive G760 hula popper in a coach dog pattern.
Smallmouth bass on Bentpine. What is this, number 7? Double hookup. We're gonna get our workout today.
8 and 9.
This lure requires an aggressive pull with each retrieval, prompting a massive pop and bubble en route.
Yep. Oh,
Once again, the action was absolutely nonstop. As long as our casts were accurate and close to shore, we prompted aggressive bites. I discovered that if I missed a fish, the best way to prompt a follow-up strike was to simply stop retrieval. It seemed to drive them nuts.
yet another Bentpine smallmouth bass. This is a good size one too. So that was number 16?
Yep.
You're 17. Yep.
Oh, I knew it. I'm like, you're definitely in there.
The little guy.
Sometimes these work too. You know?
Okay, so this is number 3 dozen.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest one we've caught yet. That is a big smallmouth bass.
Wow.
I don't know, 3-4 pounds.
That's a nice
Yeah.
fish.
That's a nice fish.
Almost every fish we caught was at least in the 2 to 4 pound range, with many at the top of that. Several factors were likely at play in Bentpine. Post-spawn reaction with fish guarding their nests aggressively. Bass are naturally territorial and attack topwater lures aggressively. They are also notoriously reflexive with lures that splash, dart, or spit water. And finally, after a weather front passes, which is exactly what happened here, there's a short bite window where the topwater fishing action goes nuclear.
Did you do that on a rock somewhere there?
You know what's funny? If they get off, I just leave mine on the surface. And then they just nail it again.
Yeah.
Well, that's 3 dozen. That's a nice size. Bring them up. There we go. Nice size fish. 46. This is seriously the very next cast after just taking off Hun's fish. Like literally.
Regarding the ethics concerning post-spawn fishing, it is important for the fishery that fish are released as quickly and as gently as possible so they can get back to defending their nests from predators. We always try to leave places like Bentpine Lake as pristine or maybe even a little more pristine for the next group, as we were lucky enough to experience it ourselves.
This is a big boy. Big boy. Probably one of the biggest ones I've caught.
Oh yeah. Nice dance
Yeah.
on the water, buddy.